So you probably clicked on the unlisted video or had someone send this to you, but there is going to be a dead animal in this. This animal is not dead, but if you have a soft stomach, I recommend not watching. So this is my White's tree frog, who does live with another tree frog as well, who shows none of these symptoms, but if you look over here, he is a bit bloated. I'll show you how bad it is. So he's much larger than he needs to be, and he wasn't fed today as well, so usually I believe I fed him last night and it was just the normal mealworms and whatnot, their midweek food, but his body's really discolored, especially down here. It shows up a lot more on camera as well. I don't think he has red leg sickness, because all the frogs that I've seen online that have it are much more inflamed on their legs. This guy really isn't though. All of his toes are still present as well. I doubt it was from anything to do with the other frog, any bullying. And after this video, I will be burying him quietly in the backyard. He doesn't appear to have any sort of eye problems either. Looks like there's nothing wrong with his ears as far as I can tell. Both of his nostrils are not clogged. They're both very air can still get in, so he's able to breathe like that. I gotta figure out how to open his mouth. So here's his mouth, and the reason I'm not wearing gloves is the reason I'm not wearing any sort of glove partially is because there's nothing that can really get into him now since he's dead. And the reason I'm not using tweezers is because I don't want to cross-contaminate it with the other frog. If he does have some sort of a bacteria in him, I really don't want to hurt the other frog as well. But that's the inside of his mouth. I can't see anything wrong, but again, I'm no veterinarian, so if you are one, please let me know in the comments below. So his aquarium is a bit misty right now, but you can see back here his friend. Anyway, there's really nothing wrong with him from what I see. You can look at some earlier videos of him as well. I don't see anything wrong. There's also earlier videos of both of them hopping around together from the time that I got them to one of their passings. What I've been feeding these guys is mostly mealworms and crickets, and both of them have dustings on it as well. So I'm really not 100% sure about what happened with that. His diet has been great, so maybe like one theory that I had thought of, I mentioned to my dad, is like maybe something I gave him, like actually, come to think, one other thing I will do, which I highly doubt caused it, in my backyard, there's a lot of earthworms and stuff like that, so I'll grab some from back there. And it's always, like, where it's never been sprayed, from very wild areas, and it's always the best looking, healthiest looking, earthworms and stuff like that. I've done videos on my channel of it, so you can even go back and look at those. I doubt it's from that, just because, if it was from that, then it would be present in both frogs. That's part of it. Or maybe it could be something like one of the crickets I got had a parasite in it or something like that. I don't think it's from anything related to food, though. Just to clarify one other thing, the frogs are completely able to get out of the water. There's a huge dry land area back there, and in the waterfall they're able to soak as well, although most of their time they spend up in the trees up here. And all their food gets dusted as well with this stuff. I got that just to make sure that they're getting enough nutrients, although the crickets that they do have are being fed with a special, like, little jelly that has all those nutrients in it anyway. I just wanted to make sure he's getting enough. So if you know someone who's a vet or a herpetologist, anything like that, I even messaged a herpetologist who's also a pretty popular YouTuber as well, but just for personal reasons I'm going to be keeping it private. So, please guys, help me out with this. I don't want to, this is my first time I've experienced a death with one of my bigger animals. Like, I've had a fish die and stuff like that, but this is one of my frogs, and I know many of you guys cared about him as well. So, I'm just going to go bury him out back, and please let me know as well.